Okay, remember about what I was talking about? Trying to put LEDs on these side mirrors. It's a Magazi brand. It's very cheap. It's like 400 pesos. Um, it's nothing amazing. I mean, it's not really well built, but it's not well done. But you know, I kind of like the. Well, I like it for this main, you know, reason. Trying to rewire, yeah, wire it with LEDs. So what I did was, first I punch a hole here. You can see that it's a bit dark. There you go. Punch a hole, and then punch a hole here. Yeah, it looks exactly like that. I didn't drill that out. I just drilled 3 holes, and then I inserted this wire up to here. The first thing you do is insert this, get it out here. The first, you know, set of wires, just get it out there, and then split it apart. Uh, After you split it apart, like this one, you split it, you insert the other one inside. Now, for you to do that, what you do is, the easier way to do it is bend the wire, like a U shape. So when you insert it, it will actually reach the end. It's not gonna go in. I mean, it's not gonna go out from inside. What you do is, if it pops out, you can either pull it with tweezers or use a very small screw. And once you see the end, you can actually just yank it out, you know, like that. You know, you have to be very careful, so you don't have to, you know, take so much time doing it. Just do it slowly. Start pushing the wire. It pops out. Keep pushing, and then keep pulling from here. Push here. Pull here. Okay, so those are the first 2 leads, right? Let's just say this is my positive. Yeah. Notice it's on the left. Here. And then this is my negative. And then what you do is you cut about, let's say, 4 inches. Split it, and then do the same thing, same process. You insert one here, let it come out on the middle, from here to here, and then here to here. So you actually get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires. Now, notice I made it longer. You know, you want to make it long so you can actually work with the wires properly. You know, you have more length to adjust onto. Anyway, after you're done wiring this with LEDs, the only thing you have to do now is pull this wire, pull it, and it's gonna start yanking these wires, the first 2 leads. Watch. You yank it, and it's gonna start pulling down. Yeah, so that's the idea. Now, of course, the ones in the middle, they're not gonna go down. So cut them short, and then just shove it in with a screw, to get it inside. And then after you're done putting all your LEDs, and then you pull it in, I think the best thing to do is, if you get a good size, is gonna fit exactly on the hole. But if not, let's say, where's my LED? What you do is, if this is the LED, try to find an O-ring, that fits exactly on that hole. That when you punch it in, it locks up, and perhaps it's gonna keep it. You can use two O-rings. Like for example, you have one here, one there. When you insert the first O-ring and it goes in, the other one uses it to lock. So you just push it down, so you're basically locking the whole thing on that hole. Yep. So that's the idea. I'll show you when it's done. Yeah, these are the covers. These things. So after you're done, this one I had to break it. See? It's broken. But I don't have a choice. It's too big of an operation. If you pull this thing out, you're gonna break it. And they put so much adhesive on it, you can't even fucking pull it out. It's just, you're gonna destroy the whole thing. So yeah, you gotta do the surgery thing. You know, lesser work. So when you're done, you put it in. It's supposed to look like that. Yeah, that's the idea. Of course, the wire's not gonna be there. You just glue it. You know, spot one here. Use a super glue here, one here, one here. I mean, the idea is you want to be able to pull it out if you have to change the LED. So make sure you be a bit less excited on the super glue. I mean, it's good enough that it holds. It's good enough that you can yank it out again, just, you know, to replace the bulbs. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. Wire here. Two things you can do here. To seal the hole, either you insert like a rubber seal from the end all the way down to here. So when you're done, when you pull it, you can just use that rubber seal. I don't have one now. If I can find one, I'll show you. Yeah, so keep inserting it, pull the wire, insert it, pull the wire, insert it, pull the wire, insert it. So that's the idea. Until, you know, you get to your desired length for the wire, and then you just snap it in. And then what you can do is, for these, there are clips you can buy that actually clips on, you know, tubes this size. You can find a black one so it doesn't, you know, doesn't show. Or you can cover this with a shrinking rubber before you do that. I don't know what you call that, but yeah, I call it a shrinking rubber. You have to sleeve it. You have to sleeve it inside the wire, and then you just use a lighter. You know, heat up the whole thing. It's gonna shrink. It's gonna cover that thing. And yeah, be generous with the wires. I mean, these are not that long. Be generous with the wires, because you don't know how long you need to or wherever you can tap the wires from, because it's up to you. This can be your signal light, or it can be a steady light or a strobe light. So make sure you use a pretty long wire. It's not even long enough, but you know, I just use this to show you. Anyway, so I'll give you a next video. If this thing works, I will show you. Okay? Have a nice day.